Allo, allo? Computer audio. Okay. Hello, good morning, everyone. It looks like we have got more people joining the class. That's good. I'm happy. I've got so far 6 participants. I would like to get into the chat. Can any one of you just write something on a chat and see if it's appearing? Maybe I have to remove the screen sharing. Let's see. Natalia, are you writing anything? No.
Yes.
Yes, but I can't see that.
And one more question about organizational moments. According to that sentence, yes, does it get any points?
No.
No, okay.
What we will do, because it can happen that people cannot connect to the meeting, or they got some problems. So I will record the class of today, and then I will put it into university YouTube channel, and you're going to be able, whoever cannot attend the class live will be able to listen to that and to watch it on a YouTube channel. So we're kind of like making the class and everything that you need available on Moodle. And of course, if you join the class, it's a lot better because you're going to have a chance, to speak, to ask, to express your thoughts. Okay, let's see, one moment. Chat, okay. Hello, I've got yes, that's good. Okay, yes, I've got the chat. Hello, now I can write hello. Hello. Okay, yes. But now I can I'll make it smaller. Okay. All right. So now, what we are trying to do is to write down the most of the information you're gonna need. In case you need some contact, or you can use the chat on Moodle and talk to me, send a message, or use my, like it says here, my university email address. Okay, I will be happy to answer that. Okay, so the responsibility is to study, yeah, and then, so now, for instance, I do my presentation, and then you have until next Friday to submit the test, the quiz for Unit 1. After that, you cannot submit it anymore. So you will lose the chance to gain 20 points. So, well, if you miss one, maybe it's fine. But then at the end of when you get into the final or midterm, say you are you're doing poorly in one or midterm or final. Okay. So if you've done all the assignment throughout the course, then you will get 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Okay. And then you're gonna make it, and you're gonna pass, because you will compensate. Okay. So if you don't do assignment, apart from the fact that means that you are not studying, you are not ready, you are not grasping whatever is part of the course, you are left behind, and I don't want anyone to be left behind. Okay, but I'm doing my part. I'm here, available. I will put my class on Moodle. You got everything on Moodle that you need, but you have to do your part. Your part is to submit the test in time. Okay. Okay. So, so far, let's see, I've got six people. I think, what time is that? Oh, okay, so we're gonna have a break around 11 o'clock. I know that you stayed home and you actually, you can move around, have a coffee, and just put me on mute. But I'm gonna have a little break at 11 o'clock, and then we'll finish off up to around 12 o'clock, okay? So, any questions?
No.
Okay, my course. Okay. Can you see me?
Yes, ma'am, we can
That's
see
good.
you.
Okay. Because I can see myself. It's better. I look horrible. One thing that I should check is that to change the time there, because it says 9:20, but actually I cannot make the meeting on Zoom on 9:20. It gives me only the option 9 and 9:30 and then 10. So I need to change it. I'll just give like 10 minutes extra. So here, what I did so far, here is information about the meeting. Okay, so I open up, I hope everyone can see that. This is, I've got two PowerPoint presentation. You should be able to open it at home, but we will open together, okay? Okay, all right. This is a American culture course overview. So this is what you expect to study, yes, and to learn about American culture. So through main events of United States history, society, politics, and literature. So the student, that's you, will practice conversation, listening, and reading skills. So while we are learning information about America culture, you're gonna have a chance, I don't know how much time or how much space you have in other classes to practice your English. Do you have a lot of opportunity to speak up in other classes? I'm asking you.
I think yes.
Yes?
But I'm not sure about it.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna have more here, okay? Because you have to practice conversation and listening, because but it's gonna be some links, some videos, and then reading. As I said before, there's gonna be two long reading, and one is Sleepy Hollow and one is Black Cat. Okay. So what you're looking for? To broaden your vocabulary, okay? And then to learn how to have a critical approach. What is a critical? What do you think when you have a critical approach? What question do you have to make? What is a critical approach? Yes?
Analyze the situation from the critical thinking.
Critical thinking is what? When you ask yourself why, okay?
And give more information about it. I think when we try to understand our project, we must have all information about it.
Yes, correct. Correct. First of all, you have to build like a fact, like a wall of information, okay? To acquire as many information that you have about a certain topic, okay? And then you're gonna be able to ask yourself why it happened, why it is, what is it for? okay? In literature, why this book was so important for American culture. Which were the theme of the book? For instance, the speech of Martin Luther King, okay? So why it is so important? So then we have to read it, study, understand it, practice words, understand the words, and then you can have a critical thinking about that. This is an approach that it will work with, it will help you in any position, in any situation. So what I'm trying you to do is to take active part of the class and the discussion, okay? All right, so here we have a 13 class with 3 academic hours on Fridays. From 9:20, then we'll decide there's not gonna be 9:20, will be 9:30 up to 12 o'clock. So we got 2 exams, midterm and final. So for each unit will be a practice in class. Actually, you have a small one that is a scramble game that you find it on Moodle. Last year we were doing in class, but you can practice at home. It's just like a small funny game. And then you can practice this, and you practice the C is missing in class, and you may be working in group or individually. In this case, unfortunately, with Moodle, we cannot do that. So, so we're going to be an introduction. What is a typical unit? There'll be an introduction, and you will watch some slide on PowerPoint. And then you have to take active part and express the knowledge on that particular subject. Okay, then we have some Q and answer about that, and you're encouraged to participate. All right, then we'll have like a small, yes, up to 11 o'clock, core teaching time. Okay, and then we'll have a little break. Okay, so we have discussion, proactive reading. In this case, it will, like the passage of a test that we have to read, we will split among group. But this is not our case, because you have to read it, all of it. It's so difficult to do it with Zoom. So be present to all tips. These are these are tips to pass the course. We already mentioned that. Complete each unit and you get 20 points. And then you have to study all materials available on Moodle of a unit. And then you have to read and make yourself question with critical approach. So unit 15, you will have a final project that it will be at student choice, but actually you have to ask me to say, what do you think if I'm gonna do it? So like, I don't know about once a student made this presentation about Michael Jackson. Some other made it about art director Tarantino. So it could be anything, but it has to be connected to American culture. So the choice of his presentation, of course, is up to you, but it has to be related to whatever. It has to be relevant to American culture. Of course, Michael Jackson matched so much in them. He even went to what is that? Ronald Reagan, the president. So he just, apart that he died young, but he just marked like it was like a milestone in the world. Okay, that's why I decided that it was a good choice. So, so you have to do this small presentation, and it will be the final unit 15. Okay. So it has to be up to 5-10 minutes long. You can use a PowerPoint slide, but of course you have to search online on library, check sources, and then it could be a starting point for class this discussion. Okay, midterm is going to be made in 2 parts, 30 quizzes. It will cover unit 1 to 7, okay, the quizzes, and then a short essay, or maybe it's going to be like 4 open questions about a topic, some topics of the course, or whatever the syllabus has been covered up to that moment. And then we got the final, again 30 quizzes, but they will cover the whole program, the whole syllabus, and it will be a long essay. Okay, all right. Now, I will show you, if you have a chance. Have you been at university recently? Has anyone been in a university?
Only in the dean office.
Oh, okay, right. Because did you know there is a library, right?
Yes.
Yes, you know, I think it's in the 4th floor, right?
Fourth.
The left, yes. Okay, now, you ask the librarian, there are some books. I show you, they are there.
But if
You can borrow.
working,
It's just like, no, I'm working on it. I'm reading that. If you want to have extra information, for instance, American geography, this is interesting. It's a lot connected with how the economics in America developed, and how industrialization is connected to the natural resources, like for instance the importance of a river, a Mississippi River, and how like all in the Gulf area, you got all of the oil industry, and also in Florida, you get all these orange cultivations. So agriculture is so important. And then you got corn in mid country. So it is interesting. Well, I like it. I read it. And then you get some about history, American history, and American literature. Okay. But you don't really need, I mean, everything you need to pass the course, you're going to have it on Moodle. So I kind of like extract all the relevant information and I put it on Moodle. So you actually don't need that. Okay, now I want to go back. How do I go back? If I close it. Hello, can see you.
I'm really sorry because I have problem with my laptop, so
No,
really sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I need to get back.
get back to what? If home is just home.
I need to get back to my Moodle. Let's see. Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. So we have done course introduction. Now we go unit 1. Okay. Introduction. So now you have to, I've been speaking a lot. Now is your turn. So what is that? It's a beautiful picture. What is that? Where is it? Any idea?
Loading, but actually it's not looking like that.
It's what? It's a bridge, okay? Yes. And where is it? There are many bridges in America. Actually, Americans are very proud of their bridges. And then people in New York, I lived in New York for many years, and it's kind of like, they're like landmarks. So you go and you cross Washington Bridge, okay, and you or you go through Brooklyn Bridge. They are like a symbol of power, of American power, of their ability to build or to go to the moon, right, to do extraordinary things. So this is a Golden Gate. Where is the Golden Gate? Anyone knows?
May I say about Zoom? If what like according to me, I don't see any slides on your screen sharing.
Oh, sorry. Who is speaking? Natalia?
Actually, yes. I opened my presentation like from my laptop, but in your share screen there's no any presentation.
Oh, okay. But did you see the previous one?
I haven't seen any bridge. Like no, when you was showing the syllabus, yes, but when you're
Not this one. Okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe I have to share.
Yes.
Can you see that?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Of course, you didn't know what it's about because you couldn't see that. Okay, that's a good goal. That's the Golden Gate. The Golden Gate that is in. Where is that? Where is the Golden Gate Bridge? In San Francisco. In San Francisco. Okay, here is nothing. Okay. So how many states there are in the United States of America? Anyone knows? How many? Can you name
56 states.
How many?
56 states.
50. There are 50.
50, okay.
Yes. Okay, good, good. So can you name some of them?
New York,
Virginia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yes, Atlanta. Atlanta, I think it's a city though.
Okay.
You sure?
Well,
Yes, I think so. Yeah. So there are so many.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Yes, yes. Then you get what? What about in the South? What you get? In the South America. The South, no, South America. In the South of the United States. You get what? The long one. What is it called?
Brazil.
No, no, in United States. In the United States, there's a long, very, very nice. People go there. There are lots of entertainment parks.
Yeah.
What is that? Is
Texas, no?
it's
Georgia.
Georgia, yes. Then you get like South Carolina, yes. And then going south, you get like Florida. Okay.
Florida.
Yes, Florida. Let's see here. There are some. Can you see the picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, right. So, so what on the east? What we're gonna study in this course mainly is what happened in the course of the years of a history, and that is regarding the northeast of America. Okay, so we're talking about Maine. Can you see that? Maine, Vermont, New York, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, Washington, all that, the Atlantic part of America. Then you get like Washington, D.C., West Virginia, where North Carolina, Tennessee. These are all the area where the Civil War developed, spread around that it was about a war between the northern states and the southern state. The southern state wanted independence, okay, but didn't want to be or to be governed by Washington, D.C., because they thought that they want to be self-determined. So they want to have a government on their own. And then you get Florida, and then we got Texas. From that part that we're talking about the Gulf of Mexico. That is very, very important for oil extraction. And then let's see which is the country where you get like this famous Silicon Valley. Where is that? Where do you think is Silicon Valley?
Florida. No.
No. Silicon
No?
Valley is, you know what? Why is it famous, right? Why Silicon Valley is so famous?
Oh, in California. I'm sorry. No.
Yes, it's in California, and it's in. So the capital of California is not Los Angeles, is not San Francisco, but it's Sacramento. It's not too far from San Francisco. In that area around Sacramento there, you get Silicon Valley, that the main city is Jose City. It's very, very expensive area. Then you get Oregon, Washington, Idaho. All right, these are all, can you imagine? So here is the East Coast is very, very well populated, okay? Very populated. Also the area around the Great Lakes, where you get Chicago, okay? Chicago is around here, Chicago. Lake Michigan and all that. And then you get the south here, but the central part of America is not very populated. It's basically agriculture. And while you get like the West Coast, it's very beautiful, very nice, and people are completely different from people of, say, of New Jersey. So comparison, if you compare someone from California and from New York, apart from the fact the accent is completely different, but also actually their approach to life, the way they live, what they give importance to, they have different values, okay? So that's why I remember when I travel across the United States, and I took a flight from New York, and I landed in California, in Los Angeles, and I was amazed that I flew for 4 or 5 hours over United States, over land. That was all land of United States. It was huge, really, really big. Okay, so now, so United States of America is a federal, that's important, republic. Federal means that each state have their own government. And then they put together and they made like a United States government. So 50 states and the federal district. What is a federal district? It's Washington, D.C. So, which is the capital of United States. Washington is called District of Columbia. And then we have 5 major territories and various minor islands that are in the Caribbean. Okay, now we have here all names. Just to remember that there are some, like Rhode Island is very, very small. Tennessee, I never remember that. South Dakota, I remember because Great Gatsby was born there, so he came from South Dakota. Great Gatsby, it's a character of a novel that is part of the course. And then we have Wisconsin, Wyoming. Okay, I remember Idaho, because when I used to go shopping and you get like Idaho potato. So that's I remember one. Like Kentucky, okay? I would always remember Kentucky from Kentucky Fried Chicken. So sometimes there is a good way to associate names with things. So you remember that. Maryland, Massachusetts. Okay. So now, how many of you there? I don't know, maybe 6, 7. So I give you 5 minutes to work independently, okay? And you have to do a search on the web for amazing facts regarding United States of America. Geography, population, social fact, urban, myths, history, okay? Anything. You ready?
Just find facts.
Yes, something like something that is some amazing facts about, in United States there is the highest tower, or United States there is the, I don't know, the longest river in the world. I don't know, like records. Or something that you read and you say, "Oh, really?" Something that will amaze. But if you when you say that fact, you will go, you get surprised. Okay, about geography, population, how many people, social fact, anything. Just
Oh,
search the web for amazing facts about United States of America. Yeah? Okay? 5 minutes. Okay. All right. Yes. So 5 minutes have passed. I check on my phone. So I'm all ears about amazing fats. Who wants to start? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes.
My name is Khadija Tuba.
Yes.
I'm reading my own facts, the top 20 USA facts.
Yes.
The United States of America is country on the North American continent that consists of 50 states, a federal district of Columbia, and 14 territories. 5 of the 14 territories are inhabited: Puerto Rico, Guam, North America, North Mariana Island, U.S. Virgin Island, and
Yes.
American Samoa.
Okay. So these are all minor islands, right? There are
Yes,
across.
ma'am.
Okay. Yes. That's good. That is good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Some other amazing fact about America?
Yes, the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, they are painting it every day, every night, because in the fact it was said that it is never stops getting a makeover, and due to its sheer size, the bridge actually never stops getting painted, and it's always getting itself a little makeover for us to for us. So they painted it every time.
Okay, so
And
you say yes. Just this is like information. Just try to like re-say that you with your own words. Okay, you are reading. Okay.
that's
Yes.
like in a particular text it was more officially, and that's another little fact that American flag has about 27 versions of all of these.
Yes. Okay. So you're saying that Golden Bridge is open day and night, or I didn't grasp what you're saying. I don't know with
The
others because it's like the voice is kind of like in and out.
Okay, I'll repeat. People are painting, yes, with their like they are painted the Golden Bridge every minute, like every day, because of weather and so on and so on. There, I forgot a word. Just a sec.
So there are some construction builders that they repaint.
Yes.
Oh,
With
there are always like construction works going on.
yeah, yes, they make over like they make the makeup with a color, a fresh color to the bridge, because the
Okay.
weather it is
Mhm.
like there no any color of it. I'm sorry, not
Yes.
the best explanation in the morning, but still.
Yes. I can see like in the picture that we got here is actually because there is a lot of mist, a lot of fog, and sometimes it's like going through, passing through the bridge is like flying in the clouds. Okay, has got like this speciality, probably because of the sea salt and so many tear and wear problem of the weather, so they have to paint it every day. That's good. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I like it. Okay, any more amazing facts? Yes.
Hello,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Who's speaking?
Yes, Omar. Omar
Omar.
here.
Yes. Hello?
Yes, I would like to add quickly the amazing facts.
Mhm.
The US doesn't have any official language.
That's good. That's true. I like it.
Yes, and Washington DC wasn't always the capital of the
That's
United
correct.
States.
In fact, yes, because it was
Yes.
not there. I mean, when the union was made, the first capital was, in fact, Philadelphia. We will go through that right today, because Washington, D.C. was not built. They kind of like they check on the map and they said, okay, we build our capital here, and they built it. So in the meantime, they built the capital. The capital was Philadelphia, and then it was moved to Washington, D.C. They made it on purpose to be independent. So not to be, because it's a federal country, so Washington, D.C. has to be above all nations, above all states. Okay, that's good. I like it. So there is no official language. Okay, so if you one day, one of you happen to be American, you can also get American citizenship without knowing a word of English. So you can speak Spanish or speak in your own language. For instance, when you go to America, and the last time I was in United States, I was in Florida, and if you go through a call center, the first thing you ask is like press 1 for English, press 8 for Spanish. So you'll get either information, all the information you want in English or in Spanish. That happened in New York as well, so everywhere. That's good. So anyone, some more amazing facts?
One more. The
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty was a gift by the French as a sign of friendship.
Yes, a friendship. Yes, it's true. It's true. Have you been to Paris?
No, never.
No. Well, okay. So if you go
All
to
right.
Paris, yes. Did you see the Statue of Liberty?
It's in New York. The
It
Statue
is
of
in New York,
Liberty.
the big one. But in
Yes.
Paris, along the Seine River,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
right at the end, and you pass like the Eiffel Tower. On that part of the river, you get right to the end, and you see like the real one that is in very, very small. No, not as small as that one, but it's not as huge as that one. And then what happened is that the French gave it to the United States as a sign of friendship, and the American, they built it a lot bigger. Can you visit the Statue of Liberty? Who was?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was closed when I was in America. It was immediately after 9/11, and the Statue of Liberty was closed because it was considered as a landmark, and it could be like a target for terror attacks. So it was closed anyway. But then there were some reconstruction work going on, and for a long time you were not able to go. Actually, you can climb. I don't know if there is a lift or an elevator. Probably it is, and you can climb up to the crown. Well, the crown, you can go and visit, go inside the crowns up here. Can you imagine the view you get over Manhattan? Amazing. Really, really nice. Now, any more? Any more?
Yeah, for me,
Yes.
I have more information about the Pentagon. It's the large office building in the world. I don't know if it's real, but
Say again, sorry.
The Pentagon. In America, it's the largest building in the world.
The Pentagon, yes, it could be. Like for office, yes? Office building.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, it must be. It was. I mean, nowadays, like everything is made huge, but when it was built, the Pentagon it was, in fact, yes. And then it is really amazing to see that from the air, right? The shape it is made. Okay, more. Melting pot. Okay, now. Okay, now. Here we get a melting pot. Okay, that someone said that there is no real official language. Okay, so why? Because it's what is a melting pot? American is famous to be that. Okay, so. So here, from a book, American Geography, says what is a melting pot. And
Sorry, if I can say something.
Yes?
If I can say something for me, for myself, for my experience, when I was in Colorado, Denver,
Yes.
because I'm a French girl.
Sorry?
I'm from France. So, for example, difference between France and America. In America, we can speak a lot of language. It's true, and also it's not. There are big difference between France and America, because in France, for example, if you can't speak French, it's really, really a big deal.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Mhm.
We can't live in France, for example. But in America, there are a lot of possibility to live there, to speak with the people also. It's really easy to live there.
Okay. Yeah, this is what is called the American pot. So, because American people are made of different people who moved mainly from Europe, right? And they decide to live in America. So, so what happened is there are many people with different backgrounds, and so they decide they have to find a way, okay, to cooperative and to live together in respect of diversity, okay. So America would give, that is like the American dream, okay, give the possibility to anyone, no matter what their language or their country, their original country is, to come to America, work hard, find a place, build a home, have a family. And these are all this is possible because of a democratic lifestyle that is in America, which put the foundations of the American political system, okay, and way of live together. So it's not only that people are like that, it's also what the process of American independence and how like the foundation of American democracy is made, which enable all the Americans to find their way in America and to have a family, a work, a job, okay, and live peacefully. Okay, so this is a melting pot. It's mainly a part of respect, to respect the others. Now, this is something that is not happening now. What do you think about the clashes, about the protests that there are now in America, that is regarding the way policemen, they are treating African American, okay? That is really bad what happened. But we are living in a world that is hard, especially now with this president that is not, well, according to me, hasn't been a good leader. Now he's trying to make up with all the mistakes he made, but because as soon as going to be is for the re-election. Usually, American president, the good one in the past, have been re-elected. So the term to be president in the United States is 4 years. But according to the tradition, like for instance, Donald Reagan was elected twice. So he had like, because sometimes the project that a presidency has, it is not possible to develop in one term of 4 years. And so American people give trust to the president and to have 4 more years to develop the industrial project or whatever they was part of their political campaign. So now I think he's fearing a lot because he has like a poll that they say that he's not going to be a very good, he's not very good president. So he fears he will lose the election that are going to be in November. Now he's trying to make up a bit. Okay, so so here we have like a population in United States, and there are, let's see how many 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot. So 300 billion people living in America by 2016. 17, sorry. So now we have the flag, American. If you go to America, you see the flag everywhere. So the flag is made of, is called the Star and Stripes. What is it? What does it stand for? Okay.
The 50 stars is 50 states.
Yes, the first, yes. Okay. Yes. So the flag consists of white stars. 50. Let's see. Are there 50? There 50, yes. 50. On a blue canton. Canton means on a blue backcloth, okay? With a field of 13 alternative stripes. So some 7 are red and 6 are white. Okay. So the 50 stars stands for the 50 states of the Union. Okay. While the 13 stripes stand for the original 13 states, which were the Union, the first 13 states of the Union. Now we got some symbols of the colors, okay? So we got white, which stands for purity. Then we have red, which stands for bravery, and blue, which stands for justice. So now we go through which were the 13 original states, okay? 13 original states here. But remember when we saw the map of the United States, I was saying that we will be speaking mainly about what happened in the east coast of United States, mainly here. So we get like New Hampshire, that is up there. So we'll get like Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and the last one I can see must be Georgia, the blue one that doesn't show properly. Okay, these are the 13 states. Now, anyone knows what is that? What is that? It's a bell, okay? What is that? It's called the Bell of Liberty.
Ma'am, we cannot see the screen. Right.
Yeah, really? Oh,
Yes.
why you didn't tell me?
But Bell of Liberty also in London, as I know.
I don't know. Let's see why you cannot see me. No. Share. Let's see. Share. Why? Okay, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, one more thing. I would like to correct one thing.
Yes.
There are over 300 million people in US, not billion. 7.7 billion all around the world. So it
Oh,
cannot be 300 plus
it cannot
billion.
be. It's too many. That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. I write it down and I will correct it. Okay. Thank you. It
no
was wrong
problem.
information. Too many, right? It sounds
Yes.
to me. Yes.
The real population for the world is 7.7 billion, and for US it is 300 something million. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I put too many zero then.
Yes.
300 million, I said.
Yes.
It
You
could
said
be.
billion. You said billion. It's million.
Million, because it's 60. 300 million. Yes, I read it wrongly. So the information on the slide is correct, but I read it wrong. Thank you, Omar.
No problem.
Okay, so here is, we have the Bell of Liberty. That's what it's called. That it was, why it's so famous. If you go, it's something that students study at school, and then they have like field trip to visit it. And it's kept in in a glass cage, protected. Actually, it broke. It broke once. Let's see if I can move it. Okay, so it is so important because it was ranked when the Declaration of Independence was signed. Okay, and it was made in 1752, and it was rung when the Declaration of Independence was signed, and is kept, when it cracked in 1846, and is kept where? Where was the first? Someone of you said it before, that Washington D.C. was not the first capital of United States. So which city was the capital where Liberty Belt is kept? Any suggestion?
New York?
No.
No, okay. I read that New York thing. Okay.
No, it is in Philadelphia. In Philadelphia,
That is yes.
because they gather there. Okay, the Declaration of Independence was signed in Philadelphia in July the 4th. So when you get the 4th of July celebration, this is why, because in that day was signed the Declaration of Independence, and all the governors were there, and they signed the Declaration of Independence to whom? Why independence? Why means they were not independent, but they signed the declaration from whom? Independence from whom? Before being United States, this territory belonged to what country? Any idea? Because if you sign the Declaration of Independence, means that before the declaration you were not independent, you were dependent to. So American colonies, they were dependent to.
Great Britain?
Yes, yes. So the Declaration of Independence from Great Britain, from the king, okay? So, and the date is 1776, okay? Right, let's see if I can. Oh, all right. So, have you ever heard about the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag? So, first of all, what is a pledge? Let's practice language. What is a pledge? If I made a pledge, what is that?
It's kind of a promise.
Yes. All right. And allegiance is what?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Perfect. So it's like, in other words, it's like a promise of loyalty to the flag. So that's why flag is so important, because it symbolizes United States, okay? All right. So is a promise. So is like a pray. Is like a it's like a pray that you swear, okay? They usually made it with a hand of their chest, okay? So, do you have anything like that in your country? Let's see, what is that? Yeah?
Like pray on the constitution of Ukraine when the president election.
But who? The president does it, or people?
Not people, but yes, from the political side.
Okay, now this is the Pledge of Allegiance. Is recite in school before sport events, children, university, everywhere. Well, not as much now, but it used to be something like in Italy, that were very religious, were Catholic. When I used to go to school, before the beginning of a class, every morning at school, we have to do a prayer, okay? In America, you don't pray. You recite the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. So, in fact, it was first published in the juvenile periodical, The Youth Companion, on September 8th, 1892. And it was, initially, it was a little bit different how it is now. And then there were some controversy about whether to add under God, because in that way you don't respect the people who don't believe in God, and then what is this God? So there was a period in which there was some controversy about that, and then under God was removed. Somehow it's back. So here, I don't know if you can see that. Then let's see, next slide, you can see it more, the whole text. So, the children, people in America say, I pledge allegiance to the flag of United States of America and to the republic, so to the country for which it stands, like one nation under God, indivisible, so you cannot divide, okay, with liberty and justice for all. So this is something that all American have like to remember, how like the foundation of America's spirits is that. So to pledge allegiance to the flag, one nation, which is proclaim liberty and justice for all. So here, do you have a similar pledge in your country? And so you said that you have it. What about in France? There was a girl that said that she's a French girl, right? What about in France? Do you have anything like that? Hello?
She wrote previously in a chat, definitely because of that. No, here with us. Okay, I'm sorry. But in chat, she wrote something, definitely there is a problem.
No, okay. All right. So let's see. So this pledge, it's a proper etiquette, require military personnel in uniform to salute. While other citizens place their hand, so for the military, they do like the salute, military salute, and for citizens, they just put their right hand on their heart. So men should remove their hats during the pledge. So here, when it was published, and it was recited at school every day and before sports event, as I said before. Here we get the Capitol, United States. This is Capitol Hill, okay? The Congress. We always see that on TV. Here we get the Statue of Liberty. Now, let's say, oh, right, we're gonna have like in 5 minutes, we're gonna have a break. I'm gonna have a break. But just tell me when you don't see the screen, because it's important, okay? Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see
Okay,
it.
so we see like United States president. So just one more thing about the president, and then we have a small break, okay? So who was the first? So we got two pictures there. So you probably know the one on the left, you don't know the one on the right, or you know both of them. The one on the left is on an American banknote, and
First one is Washington.
yes, and the second one is
John Adams. No.
no, it's Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin is, we will study it. He was just like a genius. He was a diplomat. He was a philosopher. He traveled back and forth from Europe. He made United States Union. Actually, he was so much, but somehow he was never the president of the United States. Okay, he was the first one that he was elected unanimously, so everyone at the Congress elected George Washington, okay, like the first American president. So somehow Benjamin Franklin, he was a very important founding father. So the founding fathers are considered the philosopher, the politician who contribute in writing the Declaration of Independence and also the United States Constitution. So, so we say that George Washington was elected unanimously, so everyone elected him. Okay, now I leave you with this Mount Rushmore National Memorial picture, and let's see, how long do you want to have a break for? 10 minutes? Is that okay?
Yes, you said the break is for you, so it depends.
Oh, okay, you don't want a break?
No.
No?
What other said? Like.
Yeah, maybe you want to go, but okay, let's say I've got 5 minutes, okay? All right? 5 minutes, I call you back.
Okay.
Okay, I'm grab some water and I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'll put my phone so it won't be too long. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. Hello, hello. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so just I have some water. I'm back here. So what do you think so far? What are you looking for when you sign up to American culture? What were you expecting? What are your expectation about that? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes?
My own expectation is to know more about Americans.
Yes. But about what? What do you because you think you know little about Americans?
I only know Americans. But I don't know. I didn't even know the history of Americans,
Okay.
their way of living. I don't know.
Yes.
I really want to know because American country is my passion to be there. I really want to visit
To
America.
visit. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
My expectations was about politics, like that I would know more about politics because I'm interested in it. So
Okay.
it's really huge, and it's really interesting side for me.
Yes, we will study that in unit 7. You're gonna have like together we're gonna have some quizzes about well, first of all we will go through like American Constitution. That is one of the best still now after many years, centuries. American Constitution inspired so in constitution of many other country because the founding fathers when they gather and then they wrote the American Constitution. They made like it was like a masterpiece. In fact, they try to give liberty and justice for all, and that was fundamental. So now, I don't know if you know anything about this, the one that you got in the slide, Mount Rushmore. That is a national memorial. That is a huge place. It's and it is a place. It's a national park, and people go in South Dakota, and there is this huge mountain where this artist, I think he was Hungarian. I'm not sure that it was. Well, from the name, yes, I think so. And he envisaged this huge monument, and he managed to carve a face in the mountain, the face of 4 American presidents. So we have George Washington, the first one. Then we have Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, the third, and the last, Theodore Roosevelt. So they are huge. that are in granite rock. And they represent one of the world's largest pieces of sculpture. And it is placed in a very beautiful landscape. And that land was considered sacred by the local American Lakota Sioux, like Indians. Okay. So let's see some other memorial. Let's see some other important monuments of a president. Oh, here we get George Washington, Jefferson. Okay. Okay. Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Now, here we get who are these presidents? So here is quite important. It is a monument of three important presidents, not only the American one, we get like also the Russian one, that's the first on the right with Stalin. Okay, so and here this one is Abraham Lincoln. Okay, now let's do some quizzes. Okay, so there have been some American presidents who died in office or were murdered. Okay, can you remember the names? You know that one is so famous.
Was it
Come on.
Kennedy? No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Who killed Kennedy? Yes.
Okay, so Kennedy. Then we have also Abraham Lincoln was assassinated, which marked the end of American Civil War after he was assassinated. Okay, so actually there were four has been assassinated. They were brought down by gunfire. And each of these presidential assassination helped usher, yes, hello? So each of these United States president assassination helped usher to introduce.
Yes, ma'am. Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Why did they assassinate? Why did the president was assassinated?
Who was the President Kennedy?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Yes. The President Kennedy, when he was elected in 1960, and he was very young at the time. He was 43 years old. And he had a different approach. He made his campaign based on giving more social benefits to all the Americans. So, in fact, in his inaugural address, in his speech, he said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. So he was very innovative in his way. And he, being so innovative, he's like, he provoked a lot of protesters, especially from conservative people from the southern country, who didn't want him to pay for federal aid, to give more money for education, or to provide health insurance, like free health treatment for elderly people, or you know, he had a lot of idea of helping to give social benefits to all the Americans. And that idea also, he supported also African American civil rights movement, and he, although we like European or not being American, we always praised JF Kennedy like an extraordinary man with a vision of a world ahead, okay? But he was not like that, because he clashes with a lot of, his idea clashes with a lot of political problem inside the United States. So that's what I think he was assassinated for, because he was too innovative, and he was ready to pass so many reforms which will give health insurance to everyone and education. So he, in that way, he provoked protester. And then he was actually the guy, I think his name was Osborne. He was actually like a sniper. He was not, he was asked to assassinate him. But of course, the mandate, the people behind that assassination were part of the American government. Okay? Yes? So,
Okay, ma, thank you.
okay, so the same that it happened with Abraham Lincoln, that he was assassinated while he was, I don't know where he was when he was assassinated. He was, I think he was in Washington, D.C., yes. Yeah, and he was watching, he was in a theater. There you go. Yes, he was killed by an anarchist. But again, he was because he wanted to put an end to the civil war, and people were not happy with that. So maybe Donald Trump, sometimes he was scared of being assassinated, because that's a way. That's a way American just get rid of a president when they don't want that. Okay, so he was in a performance, you see, our American cousin at Ford Theater in Washington, D.C. So this is a 26-year-old actor. He was a Confederate sympathizer, and a white supremacist slipped into the presidential box and shot Lincoln in the head. That's how he was assassinated. Then we have another president, James A. Garfield. He was assassinated. He was shot twice, in the arm, in the back, when he entered the old Baltimore and Potomac Railroad station in Washington, D.C. Then we have William McKinley. Again, he was killed by an anarchist, Leon Solkosk, shot the president, William McKinley, in September the 6th, 1901, in Buffalo, New York. Okay, here we have John Fitzgerald Kennedy and Lee Harvey Oswald. And it was actually the murder. But we all know that he was not. Well, he was like the hand of assassination, but other people, politicians, were behind that. Okay, so it happened in Dallas. So John Fitzgerald Kennedy was traveling with his wife Jacqueline and the Texas governor John Connally in an open top. I think we all remember that. This is like, we got like this shot of this open top convertible car going through Dallas, Texas, when a gunman, Lee Harvey Oswald, fired 3 shots from the 6th floor window of a nearby building. So 2 shots hit the President Kennedy in the head, killing him. 1 bullet struck Connally, who survived the assassination attempt. So afterward, the murdered Oswald was shot and killed 2 days later by Dallas nightclub owner. So it just, see the way Oswald was killed in a nightclub by the owner, Jackie Ruby. It looks like there was a lot of mafia going on. And then they actually killed Oswald because no one had to know who was actually behind the assassination of John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Okay, so now we finished for so far. What we have, I would like to speak about, you still have the whole explanation about some reading techniques, maybe you know, but skimming, scanning, and intense. Do you know anything about that? Some reading techniques. Let's see.
Put their book under the pillow. Yes, like, you know.
Okay. Okay, one moment. I need to get into the screen sharing. Okay. Sharing. Okay, now I'm getting into so we have early American. Stop sharing. Okay. Okay, now, so we're talking about these reading techniques. And there are skimming, we're calling skimming, scanning, and intense. So you probably do it because you are good students, and when you have to read some work or some assignment or reading some piece of news. We always do it when we watch some videos, we read on internet, and this a technique it's like you don't read the whole test. So it is quite handy if you are looking for, so you're doing a research and you wanted to go through, you're reading an article and you wanted to know if this article is pertinent. So you're doing a research on American industrialization, okay? So you open up an article on internet and you have to read it fast. And so you are doing like a skimming, okay? So you're going through all the words and then fast seeing if this is pertinent or not. So when you with your eyes and your mental thoughts, you are going to see like industrialization, to see all words that are pertinent to your search. So this is making like a short list of things you want to look into an article, and this is a technique. And then you can reach a speed count of even 700 words per minute. So of course you are not reading the whole of it. You are just going like skimming. You know what skimming is? Skimming means like if you know, like a skimmed milk, it means that has been removed the top part. So skimming is like surfing an article, like to look for some information. While scanning is like you're going for a piece of information. Okay, you want to know, okay, when the president was assassinated. Okay, so you're scanning for information. When? Okay, what year? Names. So if you're skimming like for going like most basic level. While scanning, if you're scanning for the information article, means that you are looking for specific information. Okay, dates, name, digit, numbers. Okay. And then you have intensive reading. Intensive reading is more like you have to go through the vocabulary, say you don't understand a word, and you think that word is so important, so you better do a check and see what does this word means, okay? And then it's like intensive reading is like studying, and you probably know. So now, in order to practice with this kind of technique that will be useful for you anytime, okay? So if you go, let's see now if I can share the screen. If you go on, so here you have unscrambled states. That is you see here. Can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so here unscrambled states is an extra task to do at home. It's a scramble game. It is easy. It is something, you know, are you familiar with scramble names? So it's just like you're gonna do it in 5 minutes, but it's just like reviewing some names and how check the spelling. I'm always wrong with some spelling, like Tennessee, Mississippi, because you got double. So this is good to check the spelling of the name of the United States. And here we have Unit 1. It is a short reading about the first settler in America. So I open for you. If anyone, oh, I opened too many. Let's see if it's opening up. Okay. I don't know if it will show all of it. Let's see now. Okay. Maybe because many of you cannot have access to their screen, right? So would you like to read? Would you like to read it? Yes? So we read it together. There are 5 paragraphs. So we can read it together, and then going through that, we can just say which technique, which information you're looking for reading it. Like, for instance, in the first paragraph, if we're doing like a reading with skimming technique or scanning technique, okay? So let's do, so we have, I need to have 5 volunteers because there are 5 paragraphs. The last one is very small. Okay, so we will read. Okay, can you try and read it from my screen or from your own? Shall we try?
Yep.
Okay, so who wants to
Let's try,
start?
yeah.
Volunteering? Sometimes
I
you
would,
have,
but like I'm in a public place. If I'm not bothering, like if other voices are not bothering, I can read.
yes, just go ahead. Just go ahead. Then sometimes reading it, sometimes an article like that, then we will check together, because sometimes there are some fundamental words maybe you don't know and you have to look on vocabulary, and sometimes you can read it and skimming the test and read it very fast. Okay, so early America. Okay, so go ahead, please.
It's not visible for me.
It's not? Okay, let's see.
For me, it's not.
Okay, I will stop and I will share it again. Okay,
Okay.
can you see?
Yeah, right now I can.
You cannot?
Yeah, I can.
Okay,
Okay, so early America. Should I start?
yes, go ahead. Yes.
Okay. The first people to reach North America were Asian hunters and nomads. Following them along the Siberian coast, they crossed the land bridge that connected the two continents about 3,000 to 34,000 years ago. Once in Alaska, it took these first North Americans, the ancestors of Native American tribes, thousands of years to work their south south to what is now the United States. Evidence of early life in North America has been found at sites throughout North and South America, indicating that life was probably already well established in much of the Western Hemisphere by some time prior to 10,000 BC. Around the time the
Okay, all
mammals
right.
began to,
Okay,
yeah,
yes, stop. Stop.
yeah, okay.
Okay, now, so what we're getting is like who were the first inhabitant, okay? The first people that reached North America. So we're saying we got into information here, okay? Just skimming, okay? We're studying together. We're going
Okay,
back to
so
information.
the first people who reached North America were Asian hunters and nomads.
Okay, so here we get a name. Following game. What is game? So here sometimes we have to do intensive reading and check some vocabulary meaning, okay? Because what is not game, it's not a scramble game, right? It's not a game that you play tennis, okay?
I
So
think we just have to find the keyword and like find the keyword in the text, and after that we follow the sentence and we
okay, but
find out the
sometimes it's
answer.
important because this is like the reason why they were crossing this land bridge, okay, which connect the two continents. So game, if you check on the vocabulary, it says like it's a game, okay, but game also are like wild animals, okay. So it can be I don't know, bears, deers. So they're wild animals. So that is important to know. You have to ask yourself a following game. What game? Well, playing what? Playing any game? No. So here game must have a different meaning. Okay. So while we were doing like a scanning, so we go by how many years ago, and then also places, also in Alaska. Okay, that's a place where these Asian hunters were crossing and they're reaching North America. Okay, so now we have another paragraph. Who wants to go on? Around that time,
Around that time, the mammoths began to die out, and the bison took its place as a principal source of food and eggs from these early North American, gradually forgrading, and the first attempt at agriculture appeared. Indians in what is now central Mexico led the way, cultivating corn, squash, and beans. Perhaps as early as 8,000 BC. Slowly, this knowledge spread northward. By 3000 BC, a primitive type of corn was being grown in the river valley of New Mexico and Arizona. Then the first signs of irrigation began to appear, and by 3000 BC, sign of early village life.
Oh, okay, so this is important, okay? Very important. So we see back in time what? That were appearing the first attempt to raise corn's food, okay? Yes? And so the first attempt at agriculture. And what they were cultivating? Corn, okay. Squash is kind of like a courgette, is like a zucchini. It's a squash, and then beans. Okay. Right. So now we have Indian. That's how people used to call Indian, but they were not Indian, like a local, native. Now they call it Native American, not Indian, because that was all made by Cristoforo Columbus, right? That he arrived in America. He thought instead of being arrived in India, and then he called the people living there Indians, but they actually were not. They were Native American. So we have three more paragraphs to read. Who wants to read? Indian custom.
Can I?
Yes.
Okay. Just sorry, because I have a really bad laptop, so I will try. Okay. Indian customs and culture at the time were extraordinarily diverse, as could be accepted, given the exception of the land and the many different environments to which they had adapted. Some generalization, however, are possible. By all accounts, Indian society in the North America was closely tied to the land. Most tribe, particularly, I can't say it.
Okay, yes, go ahead. It's just a matter of practice, particularly
in the woods, eastern region and the Midwest.
Combined aspects like Middle West. So they made it a word, Midwest. Okay.
Combined aspect of hunting, gathering, and the cultivation of maize and other products for their food supply. And in life was essentially clan-oriented and communal, with children allowed more freedom and tolerance than was the European custom of the day. There was a good deal of trade among various groups.
Okay, so now we're talking about Indians, like native, okay? So what they are doing, they're completely different from European custom, okay? So and they were very tied, very connected to the land. Okay, so they were organized in tribes, especially in the forest area of the eastern region and in Midwest. And so how do they survive? What do they do for living? They were mainly hunters, okay? And they were, yes, go ahead.
Gathering and cultivation.
And cultivation, maize. Maize is like corn, the same, and other products. Okay, so they were living in a clan oriented, in a communal, in tribes. Okay, now we have the first European. So here is how, up to now, we are learning how was early America, how was America before the arrival of European, okay? So here, according to the test, we have the first Europeans. Who wants to read it?
Can I?
Yes?
The first Europeans to reach North America were Icelandic Vikings, led by Leif Erikson, in about the year 1000.
1000.
In the 1492, the Italian navigator Christopher Columbus, acting on behalf of the Spanish crown, sailed west from Europe and landed on one of the Bahama Islands. Columbus never saw the mainland United States, but the first explorations of the continental United States were launched from the Spanish possession that he helped establish. Within 40 years, Spanish adventurers had carved out a huge empire in Central and South America. In 1530, a group of men under Juan Ponce de Leon landed on the Florida coast near the present city of St.
Augustine. Okay, so here we get the first European. The first European. I wanted to scream down. Let's see. Okay, yes, it's very small. So it was Christopher Columbus who arrived in America. He actually never reached American land. He stopped in one of the islands of Bahama. He stopped there, but then he opened the pave. He paved the path for other explorations. And then in that time, part of America was dominated by Spanish. In fact, if you see all that part still nowadays of Florida, or that coast, people there speak Spanish, not only because it's so close, like the island of Puerto Rico and all that area, they all speak Spanish, but also because their origin come from Spanish. Okay, now we have the last one. Who wants to finish off? The last paragraph. While the Spanish were pushing up from the south, wants to finish off? Omen, are you there?
While the Spanish were pushed up from the south, the northern portion of the present the United States was slowly being revealed through the journey of men such as Giovanni da
Verrazzano,
a Floridian who slaved for the French. Verrazzano made landfall in North Carolina in 1524, then slaved north along the Atlantic coast past what is now New York
in your harbor. So So now we mainly the two explorer we get here. We get Christopher Columbus, that he sailed on behalf of the Spanish crown, and then we have again a Florentine. He comes from Florence, okay? Giovanni de Verrazzano. He was an explorer. He was an Italian explorer, but he was sailing for the French. And he arrived in North Carolina. So in fact, that part of North Carolina, if you see like New Orleans, all that area, they speak French. French is their second language. It's not much Spanish. Okay, now I think we're done. Hope you like it. It was a pleasure having you. I hope if you get a chance to speak to other people, they are enrolled in my class, to come to join the meeting. And now for the task for the unit 1 is very easy. You have to go here. Let's see. So you click on unit 1 quiz. So you download it and then you submit it here.
You are not on the screen.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. So I need to share again. I don't know why is so. I do it again because it's important that you know. Now?
Yeah.
Okay. So you download here unit 1 quiz, okay? And then you work on it. You can take a picture or you can make a PDF and then you submit it here. Okay, yeah, you familiar with submitting assignment on Moodle?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Or if you have problem, you can send your assignment as an attachment to my email, okay? It's just the same, because I check my email every day or so. So don't worry. So if you don't make it, you have a problem in submitting your quiz, just send it to me. But it has to be by the 25th of September. So means by next Friday. So you have a whole week to do a small assignment. It will take like maybe you're very, very smart. It will take maybe 5 minutes, all in all. But it's important that you start building up your building blocks of 20 point, 20 point, 20 point, in order to reach the final, okay? And pass the course, okay? I know you're very busy with other assignment, but American.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Is midterm going to be like some of the quizzes, or like it will be different?
There will be multiple choice. The quizzes are gonna be multiple choice. It's not gonna be not anything like that, because this is like the first one, and then it's going to be multiple choice regarding the topics that we'll cover from unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Seven units. So, but then if you study, if you submit the quiz for each unit every week, then you actually don't have to do much. Just review everything, get ready reviewing, do some search, readings. But basically, you're gonna have all the information required to pass the test. When you're gonna have 4 open questions. Say, for instance, one open question that you may have is like, please speak about the early American and who were the first navigators that arrived in America. okay? Could be one question. So as we read it, you got this document that we read together. You have all the information to answer to the questions, okay? So one is Christopher Columbus. First we have the Icelandic Vikings that arrived in early time, and then the Italian navigator, and then you have Giovanni da Verrazzano, who sailed from the French, okay? So this is kind of type of question that you have to answer.
I have a question.
Yes?
On my Moodle, I don't have access to the quiz.
So you're talking here, this one?
Yeah.
Yes?
Like I click on it, but there's no question.
So you're not in this morning.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, okay. Now I can see it.
Okay, it takes a time. It depends. If you're working, if you have a laptop that is from Mac, I got the MacBook, it takes a longer. So that's good. Just take a chance, but we're almost done. So for instance, this is how, well, you don't really need to put in the student name and date. If you can, you're welcome. But if it's not, you just, I know that it is you, because you're going to submit it with your name, okay? So here it says, fill in the blank with the correct words you can find below. So below you have all the words. I cannot show it now. It's not. Let me have a look if I can show it. Here below you have these words. Okay, so Jefferson City is the capital of. So below you have some choices. Texas confines, so it's got border with. So you have to say which are the borders of Texas. Okay, so where is the Liberty Bell is where?
Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia. So here, number 5, you have to complete, okay? So it will be what the word is missing here. Allegiance to the flag, so is the promise, okay? So the word is pledge, and you get it here. So George Washington was
The
what?
first president.
Okay. So see, it'll take you a few minutes to do that. It's just a small practice, okay? All right. Okay. I hope you enjoy. It's gonna be a little bit more.
Really
Yes,
interesting.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Bye. Just send
Thank
me.
you.
Bye. Have a nice
Goodbye.
day.
Okay. Thank
Have
you.
a nice
Bye.
day. Bye.
Thank God I joined.
Ciao. Ciao.